Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everybody to the Quran Club quiz. I'm here from outer space today. Alhamdulillah. There's even funky stuff going on in the background. Inshallah, you're going to really enjoy this. I'm here from outer space today. You can hear me going on twice because I forgot to mute the other microphone. So you know the instructions, you know exactly what to do. I'm going to share the screen. You need to start joining in the game. So let me put that in. We already have 16 players. Wow. Loads of people waiting. Darth Vader's back with us. Assalamu alaikum, Darth Vader. Good to have you with you. Today we've got a new type of round. It's going to be exciting. I'm kind of keeping it fresh. Alhamdulillah. We got Imran with a wink. Assalamu alaikum, Imran with a wink. I asked them who they were actually. They ended up messaging us on the thingy-majig on YouTube. Alhamdulillah. B.A. Chowdhury. Is that Mr. Bilal Ahmed Chowdhury? Is that what the A stands for? I've never actually asked you. MashaAllah. Bilal Ahmed Chowdhury. Hamza Safiya, welcome. Lol is with us. MashaAllah, assalamu alaikum, Lol. Lol. God, you could have picked a funnier name. Budumts. Do you get it? Do you get it? Shall I explain it? Oh. What do you think of my virtual background? Is this working or not? It never usually works because I usually blend in with the background. Wow, loads of people joining today. We've got Sam with us. We've got 13, 15, 12, 16. Why are people calling themselves numbers? Is that because you're expecting the position you're going to end up in? 17 is with us. I don't know if they're doing that for a joke or not. Osman Bey is there. Assalamu alaikum, Osman Bey. Ayvallah. Oh, those people who know. Alhamdulillah. Inaya is there. Yusuf's there. Assalamu alaikum, Yusuf. Maryam Jazim. It's like Maryam and her father always send us a picture, mashallah. Every single week, whenever they've done this, they'll always send us a picture. Alhamdulillah. Rayhana with a laugh emoji and a heart. Can you explain the laugh emoji and heart, Rayhana? I don't get it. Like, what's behind it? So, yes, that is what B.A. Chowdhury stands for. Alhamdulillah, Bilal Ahmed Chowdhury. I got it right. MashaAllah. So, we got Spy Cap Zain. MashaAllah. Nusayba's with us. Assalamu alaikum, Nusayba. Aap kaise? Tika? Oh, sorry, wrong language. Kifek? Inshallah khair. MashaAllah. Good to see you. Magic Unicorn. We're just getting more and more numbers. We've got Mahrouk and they've disappeared now. Where have they gone? Mahrouk and Usman is with us. Those guys, honestly, they're tough competitions, looking in for tough competition. Shami Kids is with us again. Chocolate is with us. Hidayah T. Assalamualaikum. How are you? Are you okay? Good to see you come back with us. Remember to share this with family and friends. We want to get as many people with us today. I've got my funky microphone. Look. I've got my funky microphone. Ooh. I'm here from outer space. Ooh. I think everyone's jealous of my microphone. It's beautiful. It does so many voices. But I'm going to try and get my friends Bill to take part and Fat Tony. And kind of hopefully they'll be sharing in the quiz as well, inshallah. So lots of people joining and leaving. Maliha's with us, mashallah. Assalamu alaikum, Maliha. Mustafa's with us. Assalamu alaikum, Mustafa. Hamza Safiya is there. The Shami _ family. What happened to Shami family? It's just there's lots of different Shami families. Lake Nation. If somebody keep leaving and exiting because it's going up and down constantly. The whole of Morocco is with us today. MashaAllah. Morocco, assalamu alaikum. Good to see you. Remember, if you have an iPhone, if you close the screen, it kind of exits. But the moment you open the screen again, it sticks with you. Alhamdulillah. Zakaria is there. Muslima. We've got a Muslima. It's not like, it's just a Muslima. We don't know who she is. We've got Hi Talha. Hi. Is there another Talha out there? I remember the first time I met another Talha, it was like a moment of, it's like an emotional moment. I was like, there's another person with my name. Of course, there's the famous Sahaba, but like a living person was amazing. So we've got a couple of more minutes. We're going to start. We've got a new competition. Omar Warawan are here today. Last time they did amazing because they worked together, mashallah. Good to see people taking part. Luqman is with us. What's a happy learner? Oh, happy learner. I read that as happy leather. Who's trying to copy my name? T-Mani. What's T-Mani? Talha Ghannam. Ah, God, look, you can try and be me as much as you like, but you're never going to get there. Like, you got three. Someone's pulling my leg, keep changing the names. They had numbers, they had all this stuff going on. MashaAllah. Rafit is with us today. Assalamu alaikum, Rafit. Is Hafia there as well? Let us know if your sister's joining us today. Lavisha and Harith are with us. Assalamu alaikum. They're there twice. Or maybe not. I just saw it twice. Good to see so many people. Someone called themselves Chocolate. Now, guys, I've got some good news and some bad news. Okay, so you might be a bit upset, but the good news is I'm fasting, alhamdulillah. Which is also the bad news, because there is a high potential there can be mistakes today. So apologies in advance. I already spotted like 6 when I was checking it again. So we're going to start this quiz very, very soon. My wife has just joined. Is that actually my wife? No, I don't know. She's not playing at the moment. Maybe not. She's already seen the answers. And plus she has the 10-second advantage. But alhamdulillah, we're going to start this very, very soon. For those of you who've not joined us before, where have you been? Like, I'm from outer space and I'm joining in. But of course, if you haven't joined us before, welcome. Inshallah, good to have you. You're going to really love this, inshallah. The rules are you've got to use it on your phone. You've got to type in or click the answers as and when you see them. And you've got to use your keypad. Fastest finger first. The faster you answer, the more points you get. So you've got to really try and do it as quickly as possible, inshallah. But remember to get it right. Getting it wrong is definitely not going to get you anything. But we had some people who came out of nowhere to go right to the top because they got the answers correct. So that's really important. Today, there's a couple of fast rounds, okay? So there's a new round today we're going to explore. Let us know what you think of it once it's done. But are you ready to start? I think we're ready to start. I'll do the let's get ready to rumble. I love that echo. Alhamdulillah. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Oof. That bang. We always hear it, alhamdulillah. So, hopefully you can all see this here, alhamdulillah. Today, this Quran quiz is brought to you by the Quran Club. If you've not heard of the Quran Club, where have you been living? I mean, I'm in outer space, and I know what the Quran Club is. The Quran Club is a community of people reading the Quran together. It's really good fun. Crafts and Quarantine is told, they've said it's funny. That's like the biggest compliment. Crafts and Quarantine, I'm rooting for you to win today, inshallah, because you called me funny. Alhamdulillah. So it's really, there's the Quran Club. Download it. It's a brilliant app. We're actually rebuilding it all. So a lot of people have been telling us things to do. If you've got any suggestions of things you want us to do, let us know, inshallah. You can download it. It's all completely for free. Of course, you guys have memorized this video by now, but for those who haven't, let's share it with you as well.
Challenge? What's that?
It's this cool new feature in the Quran Club app. I have to read Quran every single day,
and you give me a reward for every day I do it.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing. Let's have a look.
once I've read enough days.
I can buy a cool gift from their shop for Eid.
You can even track my progress from your app to see how much I've read.
Mom, please can you sign us up?
I will sign you up today.
Yay! Yes! Yes!
Sign your kids up to the Quran Club Challenge today and nurture them to love reading Quran.
So alhamdulillah, that is the Quran Club Challenge. Of course, all our regulars know exactly what it is. They're loving it. So many of you are using it, alhamdulillah. It's not just for Ramadan, although the video does say Ramadan. But of course, it's the idea is to make the Quran fun for you and your kids. You read the Quran, they get rewarded for it. And of course, the more they read, the more they get rewarded. But it's all about consistency. It's building a habit. It's nurturing them to love the Quran. It's been working really well for those who've joined so far. Just to say a shout out to Shanza Riaz, who's the first time she's joining in this quiz today. We're looking forward to it. I know you're going to have a lot of fun today. We're looking forward to having fun, inshallah. So that's the Quran Club Challenge. You can download it. You can have a look. It's all on the Quran Club app. We also like to thank our sponsors, Class Tutor Online, who are funding a lot of the work we do at the Quran Club. They're providing an amazing service, £8 an hour for top quality tuition. They hand interview all their students, all their teachers, rather not their students, and they really look to provide the best service at the cheapest price. I'm sure you'll all agree that £8 an hour is pretty good price, alhamdulillah. So sign up to that, go to it, www.classtutoronline, and really support them as well. And finally, I mentioned that this quiz happens every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. So we're going to look forward to you joining in. So are you ready to start the quiz? I'm ready to start the quiz. I'm going to hand over to Bill to start off with us. Hi, everybody. So let's get ready to start this quiz. The first round is Juz at 21, or 22 rather. We're going to look here as an overview. You'll know what to do. It's about how well you know Juz at 22. Let's go. This is an open-ended question. How many surahs, full or part, are in this juz'? You got to type in your answer. How many surahs, in full or in part, are in this juz'? Now remember, there's a 10-second delay between when you see the question and when you type the answer. I've heard lots of people have been revising, practicing, studying, making sure they know exactly what to answer here. Let's pass it back to Talha 1 second. So thanks, Bill. It's how many surahs are there, full or part, in this juz'? We've been hearing, like I said, or like Bill said, rather, not me, it's Bill. We've been hearing lots of people have been practicing, have been revising, and been doing lots and lots of questions to try and make sure they understand and know the answers ahead of this quiz. We're going to try and get the best. Quranic Soundbites is back with us. Assalamu alaikum. Good to see you. Abdullah's here as well. Shanza, assalamu alaikum, everybody. Good to see the chat living, live and kicking. Alhamdulillah. So, have you got your answers in? So, the answer, of course, is 4 surahs. I was going to get 4 people got that right. And I was like, what? Now, 25 people got that right. The answer is, of course, 4 surahs. And you've got to look at how many there are. So, apparently, my microphone didn't work. Oh, my God. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to pretend that didn't even happen. So, the best part of this quiz, Shanza, is that there's loads of mistakes that happen throughout the quiz. But it's all part of the fun. Hamza and Sophia in first place, B.A. Chowdhury in second, Rudan Mujahid in third, Spider-Man fourth, Shami family in fifth. It's getting tight, not much kind of to go on there. Let's see. If people are saying this is all going good, microphone's not working, it's all fun, insha'Allah. For those of you not joined before, you can have the Quran in front of you. You can look at the questions, and of course, you can try and answer them from the Quran. This is not like normal quizzes. You are allowed to find the answer and get it right. That's the important thing. We want you to learn. That's the most important thing. So let's go into the next question here. Which surah in this chapter has 54 verses? Is it Yasin, Saba, Fatir, or Al-Ahzab? Now, don't click it too early. Someone just answered already. There's a 10-second delay. Everybody faces that same delay. So don't worry. It's all about answering when you see it, okay, and as quickly as possible. But everybody faces the same delay. If you're on Facebook, I recommend you go on YouTube and check out the link there because it's much smoother and quicker. So which surah in this chapter has 5 verses? Is it Yasin, Saba, Fatir, or Ahzab? Let's see how everyone's going on, mashallah. So, more messages telling me that the audio is not working, subhanallah. So let's see, let's see how it goes. So, inshallah, which surah in this chapter has 54 verses? Yasin, Saba, Fatir, or Ahzab? 39 answers already coming in. You can check your book. You can check your answer. So, in fact, I had to check this a few times. And I'll mention this again because a lot of people might get the Arabic numbers. There's one with 54, one with 45, and you have to make sure you click the right one. And it's, of course, Saba. Top stuff. Shami family jumped into second place. Nusayba is the highest climber. She climbed 45 places. Wow. That's a lot of places to climb, mashallah. Well done, Nusayba. Shami kids. Wait, there's something dodgy here. The Shami family. How are the Shami family 3 of the top 5? There's one family dominating there, inshallah. Well, good to see so many families taking place. Hamza and Safia still in first place. Which surah is named after a battle the Prophet ﷺ fought? Is it Fatir, Yasin, Saba, or Ahzab? So which one is it? Is it Fatir, Yasin, Saba, or Ahzab? Now this is a battle the Prophet ﷺ fought. You can get semantic here. We're not going to go into that detail now, but is it Fatir, Yasin, Saba, or Al-Ahzab? You've got to make sure you listen carefully to the question. Make sure you answer the exact question that's given to you. So make that Bill just wanted to say that word, checking if the microphone's working, but I'm not sure. Alhamdulillah. So is it Fatir, Yasin, Saba, or Al-Ahzab? Answer as soon as you can, insha'Allah. See, last week I didn't have the earphones in and it made like a massive difference. I couldn't follow the questions, subhanAllah. But How are you all finding it today? So hopefully I checked these ones. Actually, as a bit of a confession, I got the answer wrong in this. When I filled it in before, I'm praying I've got the right one now. Yes, it is Al-Ahzab, of course. Al-Ahzab is a battle which actually technically didn't fully take place. There were skirmishes, but it's when all the Confederates, 10,000 of the disbelievers came to try and kill the Prophet ﷺ and kill all the believers in Medina. They wanted to literally eradicate them. And Allah saved them. He sent a wind which made them very uneasy and a tremendous cold. So let's see where people end up. There's a lot of change is going to happen here. Oh, wow. The Shami family, I think I gave you Nazar. I'm sorry. have lost their places, and loads of change here. Magic Unicorn has magically jumped into 5th place. Zakaria has climbed 30 places. Spider-Man in 3rd. Rida Mujahid in 2nd. Hamza and Safiya is holding on, but only by 25. So anything to play for now. It's really tight round, this is. Next one. Which surah mentions Prophet Sulaiman? Remember, you can flick through your Quran and find the answer. Is it Al-Ahzab, Yasin, Saba, and Fatir? Which one is it? Now, this juz' by now, it's not necessarily going to be easy. It's difficult for you to get the right one here. But because not many of us are familiar with this, but at least maybe one of them you can eliminate, but then you need to check the other ones. Let's see how well you know the Quran. Maybe you're a Hafiz. If you're a Hafiz, give us a shout out. I'll give you a shout out. So the funny voice is not working. I don't know what's happening to it, but alhamdulillah, it seems like you don't want Allah's protecting you from the funny voice. Actually, I remember, I know what's wrong with it. There you go. This should work now. So,
is it working now? Harith, I'm asking you the question. Is it working now? Insha'Allah. So, 7 answers, 5 seconds, 4. All the answers coming in.
It is, of course, Surah Saba. Alhamdulillah, lots of people doing well, getting that answer correctly. I'm getting so distracted by the microphone, I'm forgetting to do the interview. So, it's, of course, 34. Got that right. Alhamdulillah. Wow, lots of change. This is probably the most change I've seen in any round. It's like constantly changing. Marukh and Usman back in, and the Shami kids, the kids are winning out of the Shami family. They're in 4th place, alhamdulillah. So, Spider-Man holding on at 5th place. Let's go. Ibn Abbas famously narrates he learnt the meaning of a word from 2 Bedouins disputing over a well. Which is it? Is it Fatir, Yasin, Saba, or Al-Ahzab? So this is a famous story of Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, the cousin of the Prophet ﷺ. He heard the meaning of this word. He learnt it as a result of hearing 2 Bedouins arguing. Now, which one is this? There's a bit more general knowledge type. We might not find this in the Quran. You might find it in the surah description. I know it's in some of them. But which one is it going to be? So, is it Fatir, Yasin, Saba, or Al-Ahzab? Of course, lots of quick answers coming in here. 34 different answers. Alhamdulillah. So I've managed to fix it. MashaAllah. So Bill wants to come and say something.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I wanted to fix the voice, but it didn't work. I was losing my voice recently, but alhamdulillah. It is, of course, Surah Fatir. Well done, everybody who got that right. Lots of people actually got that right. So well done. That's really impressive.
Well done, everybody. So let's see what's happened to the leaderboard, inshallah. Oh, wow. I told you there's loads of change here. Hamza and Safiya dropped 4 places to 5th place. B.A. Chowdhury's back in the leaderboard. Spider-Man, out of nowhere, has come into 1st place. This is tough. It's a tough competition. It's going to be interesting to see where people are coming in, inshallah. So people complaining it's frozen. I don't know. People are saying it's okay, actually. I don't think anything's wrong with it, inshallah. But this is a puzzle question. So now you can follow the thing, place them in the order on your keypad, place these surahs in the order they appear in the Quran from beginning to end. You guys know this round. We've done this before. If you prepared, you'd get this like this, get the speed. If you haven't prepared, if you haven't been revising your Quran before, you might be stuck, you know? We want to see who's going to be the top Quran person. Is it Al-Ahzab, Fatir, Yasin, and Saba? Put these in the order that they appear in the Quran from beginning to end. Answers already coming in. Remember, you have to put you have to press the tick at the end as well. So Abdullah Memun is in 4th place. Abdullah, who are you? What's your name? Let us know your name that's going on here, inshallah. So lots of people enjoying this. Abdullah and Shanza, what's your nickname as well? So good to see people taking part. Lots of people clicking in their answers. Rawan and Umar, how are you getting on today? Yunus, Green Ninja, as he's also known, because he's a green ninja. Is that what it's called, Yunus? Alhamdulillah. Yunus is taking part with us. Is Toby there as well? Toby, good to see you as well, inshallah. 2 seconds. It is, of course, in the order of Al-Ahzab, then Saba, then Fatir, then Yasin. Now, this was a bit of a clue. Yasin we did last week, which means it's the end of the juz. So you already got that one by getting the other ones right. But so pleasing to see so many people getting that right. Alhamdulillah. Hamza and Safia climbing back up the ladder gradually, but Spider-Man's really running away with it a bit today. Subhanallah. So let's carry on. Next puzzle quiz. This is a double point one as well. Place these surahs in order that they appear from which has the most or the least verses in the surah. Yasin, Saba, Fatir, or Ahzab. You've got to place them in the order of which has the most verses to the least verses. Okay, and put them in the order. Alhamdulillah. Floor Gang. What's the Floor Gang? Is that your new nickname? Harith and Lavisha. MashaAllah. How are you getting on, Nusayba? Are you managing to answer these by yourself? Hidayah, are you managing to do these by yourself without your mum? Fat Tony has a word to say. 1 second.
Hello, Nusayba. We wanted to check, are you managing okay? Toby, good to see you. We hear your cousins with Yunus. And who else is there? Is Halul playing today? Halul, are you there? Let us know. Yeah, pass back to Talha.
Thank you, Fat Tony. He's always a bit sensitive about his voice. He says it's gone a bit high, but I don't think it's high. I think it's just normal. But he's a scary guy, this Fat Tony, as Omar will tell you. Alhamdulillah. So the answer is, of course, 36 answers got it in. It's Yasin, then Al-Ahzab, then Saba, then Fatir with the correct answers here. So lots of people getting that wrong. Subhanallah. Unless I got it wrong. I checked this like 5 times, so I'm hoping I didn't get it wrong. Lots of change going on here. Spider-Man's still at the top. Marukh has climbed up to 2nd. Ubaid has made a new entry into the top 5. Alhamdulillah. Let's see how you all get on with the next round. So that's the end of the first round. The next one you're all familiar with. Now you should all have a Quran in front of you. This is find the ayah in front of you. Okay. So we're going to show you an ayah. You're going to type in which verse number it is, or you're going to click the verse number. Okay. You might need to type, so you're going to be ready, or you're going to click from a selection of multiple choice. So what can you find the following ayah? So which surah is this in? Okay, so we're going to see a surah with a verse number. You're going to find it. Is it in Fatir, Yasin, Saba, Al-Ahzab? Now these have got easier. The ayah is لَقَدْ حَقَّ الْقَوْلُ عَلَىٰ أَكْثَرِهِمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. So which ayah, which surah does that appear in? لَقَدْ حَقَّ الْقَوْلُ عَلَىٰ أَكْثَرِهِمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. So is it in Fatir, Yasin, Saba, or Ahzab? Now, you need to spend time getting it right. Don't worry about speed. Yeah, Yunus and Toby, let's see if you guys are doing it right. Don't worry about speed. Worry about getting it right. That's the key thing. Now, where's Talha Ghannam? Who called himself Talha Ghannam? If you're going to rep me, you've got to climb up the leaderboard. Alhamdulillah. So, is this ayah in Fatir, Yasin, Saba, or Ahzab? You've got the verse number there, so you can quickly flick through. Now, the good thing about this juz, there's only 4 surahs, so you're going to see it over and over again, inshallah. So you're going to see more and more things. It is, of course, in Yasin, the very recognizable ayah right at the beginning of the surah. So hopefully that's got you a bit warmed up. Ooh, Marukh and Usman climbing to first place. The Hilbawi kids have made an entry. Assalamualaikum, the Hilbawi kids. Good to see you with us. Alhamdulillah. Spider-Man is in 2nd, Rida Mujahid in 3rd. This is a tough game, but really beginning to pull away, Marukh and Usman. Which surah is this ayah in? In anta illa nadhir. Right? So it's Fatir, Yasin, Saba, Al-Ahzab. And it is, of course, verse 23. You can jump straight to that verse. Check each surah. Make sure you get the right answer, Yunus. Make sure you get the right answer, Nusayba, Rawan, Omar. Don't rush it. Make sure you spend time. Hidayah. Give us a shout out. I'm trying to remember the names of those I saw before. But make sure you take your time. You click it gradually and get the right answer. See, it's good. People are taking it a bit slower now, making sure they get the right answer, right? Go to the verse surah. You've only got a selection of 4. Have the Quran in front of you. Check it through, inshallah. So this is Juz at 22. Whoever's a bit late to be asking now, Mr. Crafts in quarantine. We're about halfway through the game, inshallah. So, in anta illa nadhir. Of course, is it in Fatir, Yasin, Saba, or Ahzab? Oh, answers coming in. You got to make sure you put your answer in before your 10 seconds show on the screen. Otherwise, you will lose time. There's a 10-second lag between YouTube and when you see it. So you've got basically 50 seconds. So before the last 10 are up, you've got to have entered your answer. Okay, so give yourself a good 10, 15 seconds to make sure. Lots of change going to happening here. Oh, Spider-Man's gone down. Nusayba has climbed into 4th place. That's incredible. Well done, Nusayba. Happy Learner has climbed up 4 places. He's clearly learning and he's happy, inshallah. How are you all finding this? Shanza, how are you finding this? This is the first time you're quiz. Are you having fun? Give us a shout out, inshallah. So let's go. In Surah Saba, which verse number is this? So go to Surah Saba and find this verse. وَجَعَلْنَا بَيْنَهُمْ وَبَيْنَ الْقُرَى وَجَعَلْنَا بَيْنَهُمْ وَبَيْنَ الْقُرَى الَّتِي بَارَكْنَا فِيهَا قُرًى ظَاهِرَةً وَقَدَّرْنَا فِيهَا السَّيْرَ سِيرُوا فِيهَا لَيَالِيَ وَأَيَّامًا آمِنِينَ. That's where the echo comes in really cool. So you can read the Quran. Is it verse 6, 36, 25, or 18? Go to the surah this time and search for those numbers. Go to either 6, 36, 25, 18. See if you can find it. It's a long ayah, this one, so that might help you. But now all the ayahs are quite long, so it's a bit tough. Let's see if you can get the right answer here, flicking through the Quran. This is the best quiz in the world because it gets you reading Quran. It gets you really engaged in a way no other quiz will do. How much Quran are you reading in this quiz so far? And it is, of course, verse 18. So many of you got that right. It's really pleasing. Alhamdulillah. Good to see. Wow, lots of change. Hilbawi climbing into 3rd. Nusayba in 4th. Ubaid has entered into 5th place. MashaAllah. But the top 2 really pulling away. Struggling for people to catch up at 13,000. That's quite a big advantage, MashaAllah. But anything can change in this game. Anything. So, in Surah Fatir, what verse number is this? من كان يريد العزة فلله العزة جميعا إليه يصعد الكلم الطيب والعمل الصالح يرفعه والذين يمكرون السيئات لهم عذاب شديد ومكر أولئك هو يبور. Now that's the ayah. Is it verse 10, 20, 30, or 40? I've gone in 10s this time. You can jump straight to these ayahs, find it, click it. It's trying to get it as fast as possible. Is it 10, 20, 30, or 40?
Is it 10, 20, 30, or 40? Oh, this is Little Petey. Oh, how you doing, everybody? Hi, I'm Little Petey. I'm not quite like Fat Tony. I'm a bit different with my voice, but alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. So is it in 10, 20, 30, or 40? It is, of course, verse 10, right at the beginning of the surah there. Let's see if you guys, how many of you got that right? It's 33. Very impressive, mashallah.
So, ooh, this is tough. Right at the top is the top 4. Apart from the first place, I think is quite far away, but the rest of them really tight knit. Spice Cap Zayn is back in the game. You got 3 correct in a row. Well done, Zayn. That's really impressive. Big thumbs up from me to you, mashallah. This is an open-ended one. So now you've got to type this answer and you get double points for this. Surah Ahzab, type the verse number of this verse. So there's nothing mentioned here. This is hard. So, قَدْ يَعْلَمُ اللَّهُ الْمُعَوِّقِينَ مِنْكُمْ وَالْقَائِلِينَ لِإِخْوَانِهِمْ هَلُمَّ إِلَيْنَا وَلَا يَأْتُونَ الْبَأْسَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. So that's Surah Ahzab. Where does that verse fall? This is tough You got to type it in, but make sure you get this correct. It can be literally the difference between 5 or 6 places if you get this wrong. So make sure you spend time and get this right. Don't rush this. Take your time. Okay. So in Surah Ahzab, type in the verse number of this ayah. قد يعلم الله المعوقين منكم والقائلين لإخوانهم هلم إلينا ولا يأتون البأس إلا قليلا. Let me know if you love that echo. I love the echo. It sounds so good with the Quran, subhanAllah. It's amazing to see. So many people are typing this in. Make sure you type it in. Make sure you press enter. You've got to press submit before the time's up. So you remember, before the 10-second comes up, that's when you got to submit. You can't submit it too late. Inshallah. How do you think I'm doing? I think I'm all right, actually. Even though it's Ramadan. Oh, it's not Ramadan. I'm fasting. There you go. There's another mistake. Usually in Ramadan, I made loads of mistakes when I was fasting. But alhamdulillah, it seems to be even better outside Ramadan. The answer is, of course, verse 18. And 27 of you got that right. That's really impressive. Really, really impressive, mashallah. Lots of you flicking through the Quran, getting the right ayah here. Nusayb has climbed up a place to 4th place, really tight at the top there. But we've got 10 people who've reached an answer streak of 5. They got 5 right in a row. That's very impressive. Okay. So there's a mid-interval break to mention and thank our sponsor, Class Tutor Online. If you're looking for top quality tuition for your kids, go to Class Tutor Online. They look for the absolute best. They interview all their teachers, and they only charge £8 an hour, which has been really great feedback. They tell me that they've done a survey for parents, and actually all of them are keen to continue and have loved this tuition so far. So sign up, £8 an hour. You can go on their website. We have, of course, got to mention the Quran Club Challenge. The Quran Club Challenge is the video you saw right at the beginning. Sign up your kids to read Quran every single day. For every day they read, they get some reward. And the kids, I just got some requests today, people buying stuff with the gifts they did. One mother sent me a really emotional message saying she found her son waking up by himself and reading Quran by himself because he remembered that he missed the day before. Now, that's the kind of thing we want to build. Imagine your son or daughter have the attitude that they have to read Quran every day and they make up the days they miss. That's what the Quran Club Challenge is all about. So really sign up your kids. It's not just for Ramadan. It's for all year round. You just download the app of the Quran Club and you'll find it on there. Now, are you ready for a new round? This is a new game. Okay, so this one is one we've never seen before. It's called the reward count. Okay, so what you got to do is I'm going to show you an ayah, and every ayah that you see, you need to tell me how much reward you get from reading it. Okay, so we know the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, every letter is worth 10 times. So your tip is you've got to count every letter in the ayah and then times it by 10. If you don't know how to times by 10, just put a 0 at the end, okay? So count every letter and then times by 10. This is really going to change things around. It's going to be interesting to see how you guys are doing it. Someone's doing a fun giveaway. I don't have a giveaway, but maybe you guys can give us something from Crafts at Quarantine, inshallah. So you got to count every letter and then you got to multiply it by 10. Okay? Now, a little tip. Any sound, we don't count as shadda. Okay, the shadda doesn't count as a separate letter. I'll explain why later. But anything else that would normally be there, so the mini elifs, mini yas, etc., are counted. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Never done this before. Let us know what you think of it once it's done as well. So, you ready? Let's go. So, what is the minimum reward you earn for reading this ayah? وَلَا الظُّلُمَاتُ وَلَا النُّورُ. Someone already answered. Clearly, eager beaver there getting in. So you've got to type in, is it 180, 270, or 230? Count the letters and then figure out how many rewards you're getting. Okay, so you've got to count every letter and remember to multiply it by 10. Okay, so you've got to multiply it by 10, count the letters carefully, and this should indicate which one it's going to be. It's going to be tough. This is a hard round, but let's see how you all do. So, wait request from Eunice Greninja. Eunice Greninja is sending friend requests. I don't even know how you do that on YouTube, but that's impressive. You got to teach me. But if, by the way, at this point, if you haven't signed up or subscribed to our YouTube channel, sign up to our YouTube channel and make sure you can follow us every single time we post a new video, insha'Allah. So, وَلَا الظُّلُمَاتُ وَلَا النُّورُ. Every time you say that, how many rewards are you getting? At a minimum, it is, of course, 180. Well done for those who got that right. Now, this is a good point to mention that mini alif counts as a letter because it is essentially an enunciated part. If you were to write that ordinarily, that would put an alif there. That's why that's why I counted it. But unlike the shadda, now in alif lam mim, which is where the hadith is based from, mim has mim ya mim in it, which are 3 letters, but the Prophet ﷺ mentioned it as 1, which is why we didn't take the shadda to be 2 letters, in case anyone's asking. Okay? So, but the alif is a separate part to it. It's not part of that letter, inshallah. So, someone's confused. If you're confused, you have to use your fingers and count. Okay? So check how many letters there are and get that right. This is going to take a while to get used to, but let's see what the changes are. Bilal Chowdhury has jumped into 5th place. Not much change otherwise. Lavish and Harith is back with an answer streak of 3. Good. Let's see how you're all getting on. Hope you all understood that. If anyone's unclear, let me know and we can try and help you out a bit more. Next question. What is the minimum reward you earn for reading this ayah? إِن يَشَأْ يُذْهِبْكُمْ وَيَأْتِ بِخَلْقٍ جَدِيدٍ. Is it 120, 300, 150, or 230? Okay, so you've got to count the ayah and you've got to count all the letters and then multiply by 10, right? Let's see how many. It's counting. I think all of you can do counting, inshallah. And then just put a 0 at the end, okay? So, إِن يَشَأْ يُذْهِبْكُمْ وَيَأْتِ بِخَلْقٍ جَدِيدٍ. Now, one thing to mention is I put the word minimum, okay? The reason the word minimum is there, that Allah can give you much more than that. But the very least you'll get is the number that you're about to click. I was about to say the answer there, but I didn't. You've got to make sure you read it all carefully and then type in or click rather, the number that is appropriate. So 44 people have answered already. See, people are getting used to this. The number always increases as the quiz goes along. There's more answers coming in. Is that more people joining in? So stop while I'm counting. I can't stop while I'm counting. I got to count. That's part of the quiz. There's 230. Lots of people getting that right. I think people are understanding it now. It is going to get harder. Some of these next ones are going to get longer ayahs, and there's some where you're going to have to just type in the rewards. Yeah, you've got to see if you get that right. So, see the changes here. Wow. Maruch and Usman still in 1st place. Romy B10 has climbed up 10 places. That's very impressive, Romy. Well done for joining in and getting so well. Rafa and Hafia, how are you doing today? How are you coping? Are you managing with the quiz? Are you counting that all okay? Let's carry on. What is the minimum reward you earn for reading this ayah? Now, this one you got to type in. Okay? إِنَّكَ لَمِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. You got to type in how much reward you get from reading this ayah. إِنَّكَ لَمِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Okay, this is where it gets tough because there's no more pre-filled answers. Okay? So people, I can see no one's answering too early, which is good. You've got to count, see how well you do it. So, إِنَّكَ لَمِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. How many rewards would you get for reading the ayah? What's amazing is just how generous Allah Azza wa Jal is. And what I didn't go into is exactly what a reward will get you. And that's actually something that not many people talk about. What does a reward get you? Now, the thing is it can get you literally anything. But just to give you an indication, the Prophet ﷺ said, if you say Subhanallah bihamdihi, a tree is planted for you in paradise. And we know a tree in paradise, if you were to walk underneath it, it would take you over 300 years. In fact, not even walking, they say riding a horse. So it's like, imagine the amount of land you're getting, inshallah, just for saying one word. And the answer is, of course, 140, and 25 people got that right. It's a lot tougher, that one, because you've got to make sure how many you get it right. Now, to explain, the shadda does not count as 2, because the Prophet ﷺ in the hadith, which it tells us about this, it says, Alifun harf, wa lamun harf, wa mimun harf. He goes, La aqulu alif lam mim harf. He doesn't say alif lam mim. Now, mim and alif have 3-4 letters inside it, but it's a single construct. It's alif, right? So that counts as a single letter. So that's where I based it from. Allah knows best. But alif, lam, mim are counted each as separate. But the mini alifs, the mini yas, they are separate. They're not counted as part of that construct. They're counted as a separate thing. That's why I include them as a separate letter. And Allah knows best. But lots of you are getting the hang of it, it seems. Caring dolphin is the highest climber. I think these top letters are pulling away quite a lot now. That last round has knocked some people off. But hopefully, let us know what you think of the new round. It's a very different type of quiz. See how you guys are getting on. But just reading the ayah, you're getting reward, inshallah. Another open-ended one. Double points for this. It's a bit longer. What is the minimum reward you earn for reading this ayah? قل إن ربي يقذف بالحق علام الغيوب. What rewards do you get for that? It's a bit longer. I'm going to type this in, inshallah. So, قل إن ربي يقذف بالحق علام الغيوب. Tough. We've got to make sure you count this correct. No rushing with this. Make sure you get the correct answer. If you notice, look, 25 people got that correct, which means more than half got that incorrect. So if you can answer it correctly, you're likely to be jumping up to the top of the leaderboard. Okay, or near the top. Inshallah, lots of answers coming in now. You should have yourself counting, hopefully doing the maths right. Remember to always multiply by 10. The rewards of Allah Azza wa Jal, He multiplies everything by 10. That's how generous He is, subhanAllah. He's always giving more. So, is it? I was about to read the answer out then. I can't give you the answer yet. So, it is, of course, 260. 11 people got that right. Now, why did I say that? Because you must have missed out the mini alif in alam, the alif there. Okay, so that's the thing that throws you off. It's tough. This is going to be interesting to see what's happened to the leaderboard now, because that was a double point question. So some people are going to climb loads of spaces here. And he's been dethroned, Marukh and Uthman, and Rida and Mujahid climbed up to top place. Khawaja family is back with an answer streak of 3. It's tough, this is. I told you, it's not going to be easy. Hilbawi kids are in 2nd place. Nusayb and Bilal hanging on to 4th and 5th place, mashallah. And finally, one more question, double points. What's the minimum reward you earn for this ayah? Now, this is tough because look, there's loads to count. You got to sit and count this one. الحمد لله الذي له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وله الحمد في الآخرة وهو الحكيم الخبير. It sounds so much nicer with an echo. الحمد لله الذي له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وله الحمد في الآخرة وهو الحكيم الخبير. Right? It sounds so good. 540, 590, 680, or 710. Now, I gave you 90 seconds for this question. I gave you more time, or 80 if you count the delay, because there's going to be lots of counting here. It's tough. But this is how much reward you're getting, inshallah. And it's a bit of a different round. Let us know what you think. We're trying to keep it fresh, keep it new. Let us know what rounds you think are cool and what rounds you think are nout, which you don't like. But inshallah, you're finding this quiz really fun. Shanza, first time you're with us. Let us know what you think. Is it enjoying this? You're having fun? Alhamdulillah, you won this channel. What's winning a channel mean? Join in. If you've joined in late, you can join in by clicking, going to kahoot.it and typing in the PIN number, which is right here at the bottom, 543133. Just type that in, inshallah, and you can join in. So, how much reward is it? 540, 590, 680, or 710. Now, I gave a bit of leeway, so make it easier in case you miscounted something. But hopefully, all of you, so many of you got that right. 31. It is, of course, 680. A lot of that is going to be down to time. Let's see what's happening here. Ooh, Nusayba climbs into 3rd place. Inaya has entered into the top 5 in 5th place. And MN is back end. Who's MN? Let us know who you are. And Rida Mujahid in top spot. They're really vying for it. Hibawi kids, Rida Mujahid. Marukh has really... whenever I call out somebody for being at the top, I always end up giving them nazar. So I should probably put my camera thing there. There you go. Now you can actually see the eyes. Inshallah. Well, good job, everybody. Well done. That is the last one in that round. Let us know what you thought of that. But for the last one, we've got my favorite round, personally, which is this one here. We're going to read to you... Oh, I won't do that. Didn't like that. We're going to read to you Surah Saba. This is a section of Surah Saba. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to listen very, very carefully and pay attention to all the little details, because we can ask you about anything, any part of this story you're going to be asked about, okay? And it's going to be 5 or 6 questions, okay? So, Surah Saba is the kingdom of Saba. Okay, it's a vast kingdom. And we're picking it up from the story of Dawood and Sulaiman's special powers. Now, we always talk about the Avengers. These are real life superheroes, real life people. Okay. So Dawood and Suleiman's special powers. We gave Dawood our favors, mountains and birds. Echo my praises with him, and we made the iron soft to his touch. We told him, make coats of armor and be precise with the links of chainmail, and do good. I see what you are doing. To Suleiman, we gave control of the wind, its outward and its return journey. Each covered the distance of a month. So Suleiman controlled the wind, right? And we made a stream of molten brass to flow for him. Molten brass, of course, is metal. It's an incredible thing. We'll talk about that later. By the authority of his Lord, some jinns worked under his control, and if any of them deviated from our command, we punished them with a fiery blaze. They worked for Suleiman, building whatever he wanted. Lofty chambers, statues, basins as big as the water tanks, and huge fixed cauldrons. We said, work, children of Dawood, be thankful. Not many of my servants are thankful. When we decreed Suleiman's death, the only way they knew he was dead was when the woodworm ate his staff and he tumbled to the ground. The jinn then realized that if they had knowledge of the unseen, they would never have continued with their demeaning, punishing tasks. The jinn used to think that they had superpowers, that they knew the unseen. And Allah wanted to show them in this simple example how they didn't, because they didn't realize that he'd even passed away. The unthankful people of Saba. The dam had gardens on both sides, the right and the left, and between them were houses, a sign for the people of Sheba. Eat of the provisions of your Lord, they were told, and be thankful to him. You have a fertile country and a forgiving Lord. They turned away from our call, so we sent the floodwater of the broken dam against them, and we turned their gardens into gardens that now produce bitter fruit, tamarisks, and the sparse, thorny lote tree. That's how we repaid their ingratitude. We don't reward anyone in this way except the ungrateful. Now look at the contrast between Suleiman and Dawood and their gratitude and the ingratitude of the people of Sheba. So I hope you're making notes. We're going to be asking you questions now based on that story. Okay, inshallah. Let's go. What showed the jinn that Suleiman had passed away? Was it the woodworm, the bird, the people, or the wind? What showed the jinn that Suleiman had passed away? Was it the woodworm, the bird, the people, or the wind? Of course, make sure you get the right answer here. The fastest answer obviously gets more points, but it's not about being fast if you're wrong. You can be fast and get it wrong. Okay, so make sure you're fast as possible and get the right answer as well. Is it the woodworm, the bird, the people, or the wind? I think we should introduce Bill again.
So, is it the woodworm, the bird, the people, or the wind? What showed Jinn Suleiman, what showed the jinn Suleiman had passed away? Is it the woodworm, the bird, the people, or the wind?
Thank you, Bill. So let us know, which voice do you prefer the most? Is it Bill, Fat Tony, Little Petey? Is it which one? All right. So, of course, the answer is the woodworm. Almost all of you got that right. Well done. That's incredible. Now you've learned a new story that you didn't know before. Alhamdulillah. And this is in the Quran. Not much change in the leaderboard. Quran Club fan is the highest climber. Quran Club fan. You are the winner in my book because you are a fan of the Quran Club. Alhamdulillah. So, let's see how you'll get on with the next question. What did Allah command the people of Saba to be in return for their blessings? Worshippers, eat, thankful, or patient? What does he command that they do in return for their patience? Is it worshippers, eat, thankful, or patient? Now, of course, the blessings of Allah Azza wa Jalla, this is a lesson for all of us. And these stories are contrasted between them in order that we do what? That we are worshippers, that we eat, that we're thankful, or that we're patient. What thing did Allah mention specifically in this surah? Let's see how you're getting on. Inshallah, many answers coming in. Good to see so many people participating today. I hope you're having fun. We're going back gradually towards our numbers, inshallah. Help us share this quiz with as many people as you can, because we really want to get. Let's imagine we had 1,000 people, 2,000 people taking part. It would be so much fun with so many different people around the country. It is, of course, being thankful. Now, of course, they do need to be worshippers. They, of course, do need to be patient. And of course, they were told to eat from the thing as well. But the specific command was about being thankful in this context. Well done, everybody. Ooh, the Hilbawi kids have dethroned Rida and Mujahid by 9 points. Nusayba is just behind them with about 900 to get them, or 600 rather. Bilal Chowdhury has entered into 5th place. This is really tight. This is a very tight competition, mashallah. Next round. Multi-select. You've got to select all the correct ones, and it's double points. What happened when they were ungrateful? The fruits became bitter. They were struck with fire. They were killed, or they were flooded. So what happened when they became ungrateful? Were the fruits bitter? They were struck with fire. They were killed, or they were flooded. Now make sure you answer as quick as possible. Let us know how you're getting on. Umar and Rowan, how are you getting on? Let us know. Nusayba, we're seeing you on the leaderboard. That's impressive. Hafia, how are you getting on? Rafi, how are you getting on? I want to know the names of people. It's a shame. I need to find a way of getting the names of people before we go into things.
So, what happened when they became ungrateful? Did the fruits become bitter? They were struck with fire? They were killed? Or they were flooded? Which one is it? So, time is almost up.
And it is, of course, a multiple answer. There is more than one that happened here. And it is, of course, they were flooded and the fruits became bitter. The jinn was struck with fire when they disobeyed Sulaiman alayhi salam and they disobeyed Dawood, and nobody was killed in this instance. Oh, they've reclaimed their throne. Wow, lots have changed. Nusayba's dropped into 4th. Rida Mujahid have climbed up. Baruch and Osman are back into 3rd place. This is so tight right here. Very, very tight competition. Next round, a multi-select now as well. There's lots of multi-select. This is all to play for. Double points. What blessings did Allah mention Dawood was given, alayhi salam? Mountains praise with him. Birds praise with him. Making chainmail and controlling the wind. Which blessings did Allah mention Dawood alayhi salam as being given? The mountains praise with him. The birds praise with him. The making of chainmail, or that he controls the wind. Dawood alayhi salam was an immense prophet, one of the great prophets, was given tremendous blessings, many of which I haven't mentioned in here, and many of which Allah knows best. But which one mentions in this verse that he was given? So we've got some people in St. Albans joining us, people in Belgium joining us, people in Pakistan joining us. I had someone joining us from all over, alhamdulillah. Nigeria, I think there was one as well. So is it mountains praise with him, birds praise with him, making chainmail or control the wind? It is, of course, the 3. The making of chainmail, which not many of you got. Mountains praise with him and birds praise with him. This is going to change a lot of things. Now Allah just says, the chainmail, you know what chainmail is? It's when you get those little links that you wear, a metal thing that protects you. That was taught to Dawood alayhi salam. He was the first person to learn how to do that. Ooh, Rida Mujahid still at the top. Maruf has climbed into 2nd place. Hilbawi kids have dropped down to 3rd. B.A. Chowdhury into 4th and Nusayba still in 5th. But the combo breaker, lots of people got that wrong with the missing answers. And then finally, multi-select, double points. What blessings did Allah mention Sulaiman was given? Control of the wind, talk to animals, stream of molten brass, or control of the jinn? Which one did Allah Azza wa Jal mention in this surah that Sulaiman was given? This is a tough question. You've got to make sure you are really attentive to what I said before. Make sure you got this right. So is it the control of the winds, talk to animals, stream of molten brass, or control of the wind? What blessings did Allah mention Sulaiman alayhi salam was given? So the tough thing here, ceiling gang confirmed. I'm not getting the joke, guys. Can someone explain what's ceiling gang and floor gang? What is that? I don't know. Maybe I'm too old now. So what blessings did Sulaiman alayhi salam be given? The control of the wind, talk to animals, stream of molten brass, or control the jinn? Of course, it's about what was mentioned in this passage, not in general. And talk to animals is a blessing he was given, but it wasn't in this verse. And the stream of molten brass was. I actually emphasized it, if you remember, when I went back. The other two, everybody got. There's going to be lots of change here. Let's see how you all get on. Oh, Inaya came out of nowhere into third place. Darth Vader out of nowhere into fourth place. The Hilbawi kids into fifth. That is tough. That is really tough. So, a quick reminder of the Quran Club Challenge. Download our app, join the Quran Club Challenge, sign up, and let us know. If you need any help, drop us a message. The email is right here at the bottom. You get, if you register, 4 free coaching sessions, which we've been running with different people throughout the week. It's been really, really good fun to do that as well. And of course, the quiz night happens every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. So make sure you join us there. And don't forget to sign up to our sponsors, Class Tutor Online, at just £8 an hour. But the podium is third place for Inaya, who came out of nowhere to get into third place for that. Maruk and Osman in second place. And this was the tightest game I've seen. Rida and Mujahid came out of nowhere to take that. That was really, really tough. Commiserations for Nusayba, and I can't remember who the other person was. That was tough going. Now, drop us some feedback on how you felt that quiz went. Really good competition. It's all about speed at the end there, I think, maybe, and people not getting all the right answers. It's tough to make sure you get that right. So this has been Talha. I hope you enjoyed the Quran Club quiz. Let us know if you're having fun with this. Share it with other people so we can get more people involved. If you're loving the quiz, give us a good rating now and share it with your friends for next week. I can see more people joining every week. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah from me.
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 And assalamu alaikum rahmatullah from your host, Talha. Inshallah.